It's us again, Shazana and Layla, back for another week with you guys. Just wanted to say that we finally got some new things up and running. So we do have our YouTube channel up. So if you go on YouTube and just kind of search for Our Perspective Podcast, you should see it. Our logo is Our Perspective Podcast is purple and it has like a microphone in the background. So you can't miss it. If you click on it, you'll see some clips. We have like shorts, and then we have our podcast where we do it, here live. You can see us on video as we're talking and doing it. We also have the Facebook page up and running. So if you do the same thing at Facebook, just Google or just search for Our Perspective Podcast, and you should see it with the same logo and everything. So we do have that up and running, and we're so excited about that. So as always, we thank you for supporting us, listening to us, and just for us giving you our perspective. So thank you for that. Now, Layla, what's been up with you?
Nothing much. Just getting through the summertime, working.
Yes, yes. I'm so excited that summer is almost. I mean, we're in July, so I feel like after the 4th of July, summer just kind of goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
So we're kind of almost through with it because I've been inside. Like the heat is ridiculous. So, like, I've
Yeah, it's
been
been pretty
inside.
hot.
Yes, I avoid it as much as possible. So, yeah, I'm kind of ready for a little bit of cool weather. I don't like cold weather, but a little bit of cool weather is good. So, are you looking forward to your upcoming move to the apartment?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be pretty interesting and everything.
So, like, what are you looking forward to most about the new move, about the new housing arrangement?
Just to be in a new environment, I'm pretty sure it'll be exciting for the first few weeks. So just a new
Yeah.
environment, living just like off campus and stuff like that should be really exciting.
Yeah, that's good. Now, like, what type of challenges are you anticipating, or have you even thought about like what challenges you might have? Because you're gonna have like three additional roommates, so
Hmm.
four of you guys in one space, four girls. Like, that's a lot. Just like kind of thinking about it,
Yeah.
I can't imagine living with like four women. Like, that's crazy.
Well, I'm really excited. I think the only challenge is going to be getting to campus. Not being so close to classes anymore, as opposed to when I was living on campus. I was like right
Mm-hmm.
there, so easily able to go to class, just wake up and go to class. But now I actually have to put travel time into my getting ready in the morning.
Yeah, that's true. Have you thought about you know, like arrangements? So have you and your roommates like talked about like how it's gonna be living together? Have y'all made like arrangements for like cooking or cleaning? I mean, I know everybody has their own room and they can
Yeah.
clean it or don't clean it, but have you guys talked about like ground rules or anything like that?
We're still discussing like cooking and stuff. We're not really sure how we want to do that. For cleaning, we pretty much want it to be clean every at least once a week. So we'll have a day to clean it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So how are y'all gonna do like company? Like, how are y'all gonna do that? Because I know like I'm a person like if I had a long day, like especially when I was younger, like if the roommate thing just didn't do it for me. Like when I was in college, me and my roommate got into it all the time. She had like people over. They were on my side of the room. They were sitting on my bed, which that's a no no for me because I don't want anyone's like dirty butt like on my bed and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I just did not like want anyone sitting on my bed and like they would be like on my bed and she knew that I didn't like that. And she knew, like,
Hmm.
because I told her, I was like, hey, like, of course, you can have whoever you want over, but just don't, like, let them sit on my bed or whatever. Like, they can have a chair, because we had chairs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like, like, we had a bench in there, like, a little, like, it was like a little small bench. And I'm like, they could sit there. Like, there was plenty of
Yeah.
places for them to sit. Like, they could sit on her bed, but just not on my bed. So,
Mhm.
like what about like have y'all talked about like little things that like
Um,
company coming over and stuff like that?
I don't think that we'll have much company coming over to our apartment, but we do want to keep it to weekends only. We have discussed like weekends only, and then if it's
Mm,
something like a birthdays or something like that, then
yeah.
we'll have like special like rules. But like for the most part, we don't really think that we'll have a lot of company over. So, um, but if so, we just discuss it with the roommates, see if it's okay for everyone, let everyone know ahead of time. So.
Yeah. I mean, is that feasible though? Like thinking about it, like, oh, the company just comes over Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, is that even feasible? Because, like, say one of them they have a boyfriend or whatever, and their boyfriend gonna want to see them like every day or every other day, and maybe
Yeah.
want to stay the night or something like that. Like, how y'all gonna juggle
Well, I mean, as
that?
of right now, no one has a boyfriend, so that's not a problem. And if they do, they can go over to his place. We did say that this is a girl space, so we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep the boys kind of not having as many boys out of it. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
I'm interested to see how that works because, like I said, did not work out good for me. But hopefully, I think the girls that you have,
Hmm.
y'all know each other, except for one, because y'all have a third that are the fourth girl. Y'all don't know who it's gonna be, so it's
Yeah.
so that's gonna be really
Considering
crazy.
that it has no one has been put into the room by now, I don't think it's gonna be fulfilled.
Nah, they gonna put somebody in there.
Because the way that it works is like all the four-bedroom apartments they didn't sell out. So they said
Hmm.
that by midsummer, which would be now, they would have filled it by now, and they haven't. So we do think we're gonna
Mm.
call soon to ask like, hey, if you're putting someone in that room, are you guys gonna let us know now
Right.
or what? But as of right now, it's not full. So
Oh my gosh. So like they just have it open until like they feel it. Like you can't go in there or use it or whatever, right? It just
yeah,
has to be
no.
like just a closed off room.
And
Okay.
I feel like because the fourth roommate we were supposed to have, since she dropped the lease so late, maybe they had already assigned all of the
Hmm.
apartments. And like I said,
Hmm.
all the four bedrooms were not sold out,
Hmm.
so maybe we just got lucky and we won't have someone until like later in the semester, something like that. So
Maybe so. Well, hopefully you get lucky and it's just you guys because
yeah.
y'all all picked each other. Y'all know each other. The only
Hmm.
thing like that would be crazy is like because I know I probably would be like this. Like, say you guys buy food or something or drink, like is it gonna be like a community shared, like go in the refrigerator, you can get
Mm,
whatever, or is it like no, I bought my stuff, I'm gonna label my stuff and don't drink my stuff, or is it
yeah.
just like one person buys it for everybody this week, the next person takes the next week? Like, have y'all talked about that?
Well, we basically said that we are gonna do our own groceries by ourselves, so it won't be like a community thing. If you want something of someone else's, you can just ask for it, but like it's not gonna be just a free for all.
Well, I know if I wake up in the middle of the night, honey, and I don't have any more water, but you got a whole new case of water in there. Oh, I'm drinking your water. I'm
Well, if
drinking
you
your water.
ask, or if you ask or let me know in the morning, then once you
I
get
mean, yeah,
water,
I might let you know. I might not.
well,
But that's just gonna be crazy. And then like cooking, you were supposed to be learning how to cook this summer. You haven't learned how to cook not one dish.
yes, I have. I've done my steak dish. I did my steak dish.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Now you did. You threw down on the steak. You did. You threw
Yeah,
down on that them steak tips. So,
yeah. I did.
but that's like the only thing.
I need to learn how to probably make chicken, and then I'll be good. And everything else I can pretty much learn myself.
I'm trying to see like, well, you probably gonna buy like a lot of like wings or something you could throw in the air fryer.
Oh no, I plan to buy like whole foods to like actually make dinners,
Hmm.
like you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always good to have that air fryer stuff when you just like don't feel like cooking anything big. You just want to like throw something in there and eat it on the go or whatever. I tried
Yeah,
to tell you about lean cuisine meals. Like, I'm for
I'm not
real.
eating lean cuisine.
No, no, I'm serious. Like, when I worked for the state, like when I worked back at home and people were eating lean cuisine, I'm like, that is so disgusting. But like, after I tried it, like, no, that stuff, some of the stuff is like really good. Like the pasta
Maybe I'll
is,
try the pasta. Maybe I'll try that.
the
But
pasta is
I'm
spot
not a
on.
pasta person, so
Yeah. But someone and then like somebody had like the rice, like the fried rice or something like that. It was similar to
Oh,
that.
I saw
Like
that.
it's yeah, it's good. Like
I
you
really
should
don't.
try
I just
it.
really like made like from home fried rice though. I'm very particular about my fried rice.
No, that Sam's fried rice you like the little fried rice in a
I,
pack that
I
I
ate it, but
made,
I didn't.
and
I wouldn't eat that again. Like you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I really
I
wouldn't
mean, yeah,
call it
you
like
just
if I had a taste for like Chinese fried rice, I wouldn't eat that. You know?
yeah. Well, I mean, I get you. Yeah, I understand. But I mean, you just gotta find out what works for you. And like I said, you need to be using these last few weeks to try to like
Yeah, learn something.
learn something. Make some macaroni and cheese or something like real macaroni and cheese baked,
I,
not
I
shells and
don't think I'll be
cheese.
making baked macaroni and cheese. If I make anything, it's gonna be with Velveeta or something.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the saga continues, so we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah.
I was reading that EA Sports revealed that UGA y'all's campus is like one of the top 5 campuses, like hardest. I'm sorry, stadiums. That y'all stadiums is like one of the hardest stadiums to play in. Guys, we jumped right from the apartment college life to talking about UGA football. But I saw it interesting to see that Sanford Stadium was top 5, and it was ranked at number 5 as one of like the toughest places to
Hmm.
play. And so I know that when I came to y'all stadium last year for the first time and we went to the South Carolina game, like it was seriously loud. Like that place is, I mean, I've been to Alabama and Alabama can get loud, but y'all stadium is something about the noise. I don't know if it just like reverberates or
I
whatever.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah,
I
well,
never. I
because
never.
you're the one making all the noise and stuff.
Yeah, maybe so. But I never.
But
Yeah, I never really noticed.
y'all stadium is like super duper loud. But it was saying that it was ranked number 5 as one of the toughest stadiums to play, and UGA hasn't lost a home game since 2019, October
Mm.
2019. So y'all have run like a long running
Yeah.
standing of home games won. Better be glad. See, y'all better be glad that y'all playing in Alabama. You're playing Bama and Bama and not at Sanford, because we would break y'all straight.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That would
I think that would be
definitely be a
perfect if you
game that y'all will
guys. I
lose.
think it would be perfect if you guys had came to Georgia to play, because we would definitely beat you guys at home.
No, 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 it's not happening. No way. Now, I also read that y'all stadium is huge, which to me, like when I was there, it didn't seem. I mean, it's huge. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't seem like it was like super duper big. Y'all are the ninth largest
Hmm.
football stadium, and y'all have a capacity of like 92,000 and something.
Oh wow.
Which I mean,
It's
it's
pretty big.
crazy
If you
because
look up, it just goes up and up and up. Like if you look up.
but a lot of stadiums are like that. Like you look up and they just go way up in the sky. Like Bama was like that. Like when remember when we went to that Bama game, they were playing USM and we had those like cheap tickets, but they were like way up and it felt like we were like going up in the sky and I felt
Yeah.
like I was about to fall down. That
Yeah.
was a scary. I would never like sit that high ever again, but that was a scary moment.
Hmm.
But I don't know, it just didn't seem like that huge, but yeah, y'all are like the ninth largest football stadium. So you have like a capacity of like 92,000. So that's pretty big.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
big.
huge.
Pretty.
So
Yeah.
like what okay, so tell me like what was your experience like at Sanford Stadium? Like last year since you were a freshman and you went to most of the games, the home
Hmm.
games, what was your experience like leading up to game day from
Yeah.
like the time you were like
Yeah.
from like the start of the day, like actually getting into the stadium? Like what was that experience like being in the student
Um.
section and everything?
Well, the game days start pretty early at UGA. We didn't have many night games opposed to like other
Mm-hmm.
SEC schools, which I think is weird that we didn't
That
have as many
is
night games since we were the number one at the time. So you would think that we would
the
have
time.
most of the night games, but
Mm-hmm.
we had a lot of like 2 p.m. games. And I remember the first game that we ever had, me and Sid, my roommate, we were just woken up and we just hear loud music outside. And we are like, what is that? And we went to the window, and their tailgaters are already outside of our
That's
dorm.
crazy. Like
And
what time was it?
It was about 8 a.m. It was 8
That's
a.m.
crazy. So
Yeah,
they had to have waking up at like 6.
yeah, they had to have waken up pretty early to come set up their tents. They had food, barbecue. We saw that they had TVs set up. I'm not sure how that even worked. They had TVs set up
That's
watching the
wild.
game or watching like Saturday
Yeah, the
college
game
football
day.
game day. Yeah.
I love
Um,
game day.
so yeah, they had that, so you can hear that from the dorm. So we were like, let's go ahead and get up. So we got dressed. I remember we had went to go to Bolton, which is our dining hall, which is right across from Stanford Stadium a little bit. Not right
Mm-hmm.
across, but it's you
Yeah,
can
it's
see
pretty
Stanford.
close.
It's pretty
Yeah.
close. So we went, and it was just a bunch of. Well, first of all, there was a bunch of like, um, obviously students. Everyone was dressed up, wearing red, wearing their
Mm-hmm.
cowgirl
Mm-hmm.
boots, just
Oh
out
Lord.
like wearing all of their outfits. But then inside Bolton, there was a bunch of grandparents and parents. And the funniest part was all of them were walking around because they previously went to school. They were alumni. So they were just
Mm.
walking around looking at stuff that changed in the dining hall. And they were so excited to get
Wow.
their plates of food and eat. Like it was just like
That's
a memory for
crazy.
them. So you can tell like some of them like really like like they wait all year to come back to this
Right,
dining hall and
right.
just like take the memories in.
That's
Yeah, basically
crazy.
after that we basically went around to some of the tailgates and stuff. Like sometimes they'll give you food. A lot of the tailgates though are like I guess like alumni.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they will give food and then some are just like clubs or stuff like that. So, there's two entrances for a student section. So there's the student section where the band is, and then there's the end zone student section. So the first game,
Mm.
sat by the band, and that was the only time I ever sat by the band in that student section. That student section is very like loud and rowdy. It
Yeah.
was really hot. It was extremely hot. Like it made it miserable to like even be there. So I remember the first game
Mm.
was not fun. Like it was just like the student section, so the band right there, just loud, hot.
Right.
And
Right.
then after that, I decided that me and my friend decided that we were going to sit in the end zone where we were always the first row because no one really went over there to sit over there. Some games they would. We
Mm.
got there super early. We would get there at hour and a half, like as soon as gates open, and we would just sit
Mm.
there and wait. We had made friends with the little lady that worked at the stadium who like looked at wristbands, make sure you're supposed to be in
Oh
that
yeah.
that's like
The
section.
section.
Yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
works at that section every single game, so she's
That's
always
crazy.
there. So yeah, the end zone is definitely better than the regular student section. Plus, you can see the
Hmm.
players so like vividly, like when you're sitting at the first section, because that's where they warm up that end zone. So yeah.
See, that's crazy because I hate sitting in an end zone because I mean when they're right there, like facing you about to
Mm-hmm.
score, yeah, it's perfect. But when they're middle of the field and going down to the other end zone, it sucks kind of. It's like I don't
I
know.
don't really feel that way because like the way the
Really?
student section is for the other student section, it's like
Mm-hmm.
you're sitting like obviously you're sitting like facing not like the end zone facing, but like facing that way. But
Yeah.
you're all the way at the other side of the end zone, so you're really just like looking at that like
Mm.
area. You're not really like in the middle. So I kind of like
Right.
looking at the end zone because like when they are near you, they are near you, and when
Yeah.
they're
Now
right
that's
there,
the
they're
right.
never
That's the
near
good
you.
part.
Like when you're right on
Right.
the other side, student section, they're never near you. You're just kind of always like
Mm-hmm.
looking far. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The only thing I didn't like was I think like where we were sitting because like when
for G
you
Day.
know was it no not G Day when we went to the South Carolina game.
Okay,
And by the way, my nephew played for South Carolina. Xavier.
McLeod.
I was gonna say McLean. Look, I don't even know. It's Xavier McLeod. He gonna be like, oh my god, you don't know my name. Yeah, but Xavier McLeod played for USC, South Carolina. Now it's crazy because he plays for Georgia now.
Yeah,
But when we went to the South Carolina game, I don't know if we were like right by the speaker or if it's just loud in every section, but it
speakers
felt
are
like
right
the
there.
yes, it felt like the music was just like blaring down, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna
And plus,
give me
it's
a
like
headache."
it's rap music too that they play. It's mostly rap and
Yeah,
hip hop music. So I feel like that just makes it 10 times like
it
it's not like
does.
soft music. It's just
Right, and it's like today's rap music, which is I don't like all. I mean, some of it I like, but some of it is just
it's
too
what the football
much.
players want to hear. I'm pretty sure it's what they
Yeah.
want to hear.
Yeah, some of it is too much though, and I'm just like, oh my god, and it's just like super loud and like the bass, because you know how rap music has like you could feel every beat,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was a lot, but we had so much fun. Then it started raining, like that made it really crazy, but we had ponchos, so
Yeah, and plus Athens is really, it's a small town, it's a dense town. A lot of
oh
people,
yes,
small town, small roads, so I know it can be hard.
mm-mm.
I know like one of my friends came to visit and he went to go park his car where I park my car, and then he showed me his Uber like time to get back, and it would be like an hour and 20 minutes, but it's a 10-minute drive usually. Like that's how much traffic would
Ooh,
be. So, because the
that's like
traffic
way
doesn't
too
move
much.
basically. It doesn't move. So,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll see what games we go to this year. Like I
you
said,
need to go ahead and be getting those tickets.
I know. Well, I'm trying to see what kind of free tickets I can get. First of all, so
They only give four though, so I wouldn't.
I know, but we try to see what kind of magic we can drum up to get some extra tickets if possible. So,
Yeah,
we're always like, well, there's always somebody's family not coming or something, maybe. And so
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how the ticket works, but I need to be friends with whoever the ticket people are. So try to get some extra tickets.
yeah.
But yeah, I know y'all are excited and stuff. And I'm excited to see Xavier play for
I'm excited
UGA,
to
see
see
how he
how.
does. Yeah. He needs to hone in there, and
Hmm.
make that starting team. So we'll see how it's going.
We'll
But
see.
all right. So, guys, we're going to finish up with our last segment, and it's called Let's Talk About It. So, this week, let's talk about people pleasing. A lot of times we people please
Hmm.
because we want to make an impression on the world. We want to make an impression to others. And a lot of times we make our decisions based on what someone else says. Like, how many times have you went into your closet and you picked out something, you've tried it on, and you're like, I'm not gonna wear that because people are gonna say I look like this, I look like that, or I'm not gonna wear that wig or that hairstyle because people are gonna say I look like whatever. Like, who cares about what someone says or thinks about you? Because, first of all, if they're not paying your bills, if they're not helping you in any way, shape, or form, then their opinion is irrelevant. Like, we chase people's opinions so much that we don't even know that, we don't even know that we're doing that. So, my thing is, my motto is, if I feel good about it, if I like it, then I'm going to do it. I don't care what someone else says about me, because even if you think it's perfect, if you get all dolled up, dressed to the nines, and you step out and you think you're like, man, I look good, like I look better than anyone else, somebody's still gonna have an opinion about you.
Yep.
Someone's still gonna say you're either too big, you're too small, you don't look right, blah blah blah. So I mean, who cares? At the end of the day, it's all about how you feel and what matters to you the most, because people are always going to have an opinion. And even if you come out sharp, like looking sharp, people are still going to have an opinion. They're going to have even more of a greater opinion, because people are okay when you're at their level or below. But when you start elevating yourself and you start getting into like a different class, or you start elevating and doing great things, that's when people are really going to have the problem with you, and then try to make you second guess yourself and think, make you think otherwise. So again, let's not do things that pleases others, but things that please ourselves, and just live life on our own terms, because at the end of the day, we're the only ones that matter anyway.
Yep.
You are your biggest enemy. You are your biggest fan. So, do what makes you feel good, and, don't please others. So that's all I had to say about my little soapbox. Layla, did you have anything that you wanted to add or say?
No, I think you pretty much got it all.
Yeah, got it off my chest. But yeah, so guys, we thank you for listening to us this week. Check us out on YouTube. Leave a comment, let us know, how we're doing. If you If you've been to UGA Sanford Stadium before, let us know. Let us know your thoughts on it
Hmm.
versus like any other stadium you've been. So I think the only other stadiums I've been to is Alabama, of course, and USM, Southern Miss. I don't think I've been to any other college stadiums before. So that's all I have to compare it to. But yeah, let us know how you like Sanford or compared to other stadiums. One place I do want to go one day is Colorado. Like I want
Yeah.
to go to Colorado, but I want to go when it's like Travis and Shiloh and Shador
Yeah.
playing. So it would have to be this year, of course, because Shiloh and Shador are going into the draft next year. So,
Yeah.
but I would love to go and have that experience and just see what Colorado's like. But let us know what you think, guys. And until next time, we hope that you guys stay safe and healthy.
Bye.
Bye.